Welcome back, all buckaroos, to the channel. I felt great today, so I decided to make a YouTube video. And I finished my finals and everything, so what is today? December 9th at 9:53 a.m. It is quite early at a 7:30 class, so forgive me if I sound a bit tired. Before I get into anything, let's talk about the piece behind me. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing this all the time. The piece behind me, we got this American male trench coat. I get a lot of questions about it, and it's a piece that holds some sentimental value to me just because my friend gave it to me. Thank you, Kay. She gave it to me. It was her dad's from the 80s or 90s. I don't remember. He got it from Japan or Korea. I don't really remember. But it is an old vintage piece. It sits really well on me. It fits me, you know, given my height. She only gave it to me because it actually fit me, you know. I'm a tall dude. It fit me, so that's the only reason she gave me it. It's not like we're friends or anything, or she even cares about me. But again, I want to rephrase. I don't have any friends. This person... I don't want to play that joke. Okay, it fits great on me. It looks great. It has that nice draped look to it. But other than that, let's move on. So we do also have to do a hair check. So currently we have my hair. As you can see, it is getting really long. I always talk about it. I think I might get a haircut quite soon. I know a lot of people want an advice video on how I get my hair done and what I ask for, but it's pretty easy. I'm just saying. Remember, you got to grow your hair out before you even get a haircut in general. So get it layered and textured and then grow it out. It's going to take some time. It's all about patience. And that's one thing we have to actually talk about. Today's video is going to be how to lowball on Grailed, or universally anywhere. How to haggle. How do we get these amazing pieces? JQ, how did you get that Isimiaki bag for $130? How did you get your Yoji pants for $130 too, I think, when they retail for way more than that? It's because I'm charming. It's because I know how to haggle. The first key here, and the notes do not lie, it's all about mindset. So when I talk about mindset, when you go into purchasing something or a piece that you're looking for, so when you go in, you have to have a minimum and a maximum price you're willing to spend on an item. So let's say you have this piece. Let me go on Grailed, actually. We have this Isimiaki, an old Isimiaki high sporting gear, you know, jacket, as we can see here. So it was posted for $300 and it's now at $270. And what I mean by minimum and maximum is basically what you want to do is revolve the idea around, well, it's at $270, they're asking shipping is $25. Don't ever equate that to the final price point. The shipping does not matter. They're just putting it there. Who cares? Sometimes there's a trick. Sometimes sellers actually put higher shipping costs so that they get the price that they want. So $270 ends up becoming like what? So $295, almost $300 is like what they wanted. So sometimes people play around with shipping to actually get the price point they actually wanted to sell the item for. So forget about the shipping. It's all in one point. So it's going to be like your haggle or your lowball is going to be shipping included. Who cares about shipping? So hypothetically, I don't have this money, but hypothetically, I would spend about maybe 180 at max on this piece. So they're selling it at $270, and my bare minimum, so my max is $180, and that's where I max out. If I really, really want it bad, $200. So I guess $200 would be my max, and the lowest I could possibly go in terms of minimum, which is what I'm going to offer, right? So the dude's selling it for $270. I'm going to offer, let's say, usually I like to say half of the amount. So I'm going to offer we'll offer $150. Now, when you offer $150, it's going to say $175. So we're going to want to get that down to like $150. So I'm going to type in $140. Nope. $125. That means it's going to send that offer of $150. That's what I mean by ignore the shipping. The shipping in general, it's going to be in your final price. So when I say I'm going to offer $150, I don't mean I'm going to offer $150 because that's going to be $175. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm going to offer $150 as a final offer. And you know, you send that in and then you're going to get the item that you're looking for. Now, what I mean by having this mindset is you have to go in thinking, what is the max I'm going to spend on this item and what is the lowest I can try and offer without offending the seller? A lot of the times we see a lot of people memeing, sending like really garbage offers, low balls. You're wasting people's time. It's not worth it. And this is kind of where the second thing that I'm going to be talking about, it comes in, and it helps you out a lot in terms of haggling. So we just went over the fact that you have to have a max and minimum in your head so that you don't overspend, or, you know, whatever that is. The second thing I do and I look for is going to be the time frame. So how long an item's been up for. So I'm gonna look around for a piece that's been up for a while. So let's see. So a good example, this Acne Studios sweater. This has been up for 2 months, and that means this seller specifically, of whatever his name is, Avon, he has missed out on a lot of offers, and he probably got a lot of low balls, and that is quite annoying as a seller in general. So after 2 months of being in the deep pits of hell on Grailed, sellers get desperate. Sellers need to make money. They need to pay rent, they need to pay child support, they need to pay for other clothes that they're trying to buy. Now, this dude is selling it for $130. It used to be $250. And I'm sure at the point he was not budging, but as time progressed and as he continued to get hurt by a lot of bullying and low balls and people just being rude and mean to him, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna knock it down a few, maybe get the
buyers interested to purchase an item.
Now, that is when people like me come in, or people like you, because you're learning. Patience, right? Now, you may see a lot of items that go up brand new, right? And they've been up for a couple days. Of course, sellers are not going to budge, not willing to haggle with you, because they're going to be trying to get the price point they're looking for. But if you wait, you know, a couple weeks and you try and haggle with them and they're not willing to do it for you, wait some more. Wait a month. Wait a couple, you know, until their psyche gets broken down. They're going through mental struggles where they're just depressed and sad. Then they're just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I need to sell this item. Who cares? Now, that's when you take advantage. That's when you offer your low balls. That's when you offer, you know, whatever. You wanna look at the price, and it's $130. It's selling for $130. Now, you got to think to yourself, like I said, minimum, maximum. What am I going to offer? What is my minimum in terms of how much I'll offer to see if I can get that steal? So that steal I would probably do is, it's $130. I don't always recommend offering half of the price. So what is half of 130? That's $65. So $65, he probably won't take it. So I probably would offer, let's say, $75. Now, my max on this piece I would spend was maybe like 90-ish bucks. So I would send over an offer of 75, see if he takes it. And if he doesn't take it, then oh well. He's probably gonna send you an offer of like, oh, could you do like 120 and like I'll do it shipped or whatever. If you sent over an offer of 70 or 75 bucks, you're like, okay, look, I'll add another 10 bucks. I'll do 80, 85. I'll do 85 bucks. And then this is going to get that seller, you know, a little bit more interested because you're willing to haggle with them. And, you know, at that point, it's like, should I sell it because I need this rent? Or this is when your max mindset comes in. So your max you wanted to spend on this item was 90 bucks. Now, you're like, look, the highest I can possibly go is $90. That is my last whatever. So that basically is going to give the man an option. It's been sitting for 2 months. It's been sitting for a few weeks. He hasn't gotten any offers, any good offers like this. And he's like, you know what? I'm willing to, you know, go in for it, and I'm willing to, you know, sell it for you for 90. Or maybe the dude doesn't budge. Maybe he gives you a different offer, and he's like, I'll do 110, or I'll do 100 bucks. Now, this is where an ultimatum comes in from the consumer, which is you. And you have to ask yourself, how bad do I want this item? Now, you said your max was 90 bucks. Now you got to ask, 10 more dollars, you know, for 100 bucks. Could I do that? Should I do that? Is it an item that I really want bad? And, you know, from there, it's up to you. Like, it's very much just free range, free roam.
I got swag. I got swag.
Now, for the third rule, we want to talk about being charming. So what I mean by you have to have like a sense of humor. I mean, when you're sending in offers, you also have to go in with the catchphrase or whatever that may be. So you want to add some dialogue in there. You know, you got to interact with the NPCs. I'm going to be looking for the items that have been up for a long time and that have obviously gone down in price dramatically. So okay, shoes. You know, sometimes shoes do take a while to sell, and sellers do get desperate. I would say like that's how I got steals on my 80s boots and my 80s derbies, because who wants them? They're very obscure. They're very hard to come by in terms of people having the actual size they're looking for. Shoes tend to be a great way to actually make offers on and get steals. So this guy's selling it for 162. My max I would spend on this shoe would be or 90 bucks. No, my max would be 100 bucks. 100 bucks flat I would spend. So I'm gonna offer this guy, my minimum would be, I guess, the half the price point, because it's been up for a long time. So this is what I mean by you have to add some dialogue in there. You got to get the NPCs chatting with you. You know, you got to have some personality with it. Now, obviously, these were just some quick responses I gave, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other responses that I've done in the past. Maybe I'll be looking through my archives of how I messaged other sellers. Now, there's some people that bully sellers and, make crack jokes and stuff like that. That also can work, but, you got to be a little bit charming, That is also one of the key things is starting a conversation with the seller. Make them feel at home. Make them feel like you're their friend, They're on Grailed. You're on Facebook Marketplace. You think they got friends? Nah, they don't got friends. That is the main thing. So you got to act friendly with them to get what you want. You want to male manipulate your way into a good price. Trust me. Be charming. Be a little bit flirty, who knows? You can be flirty with the sellers. Sometimes they reciprocate back. It's kind of funny. You do get a good laugh. I mean, we're in COVID. Come on. We don't get much action in terms of conversation with human beings. So when you're doing that online, you have nothing to lose. They don't know who you are. You're just a face. You can use the same thing, implement the same tools on Depop, on, I don't know if eBay has messages because I don't really use it. But if eBay has messages, yeah, you can message a seller, right? Yeah. You can message the sellers on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Discord sometimes. You find steals on Discord. Those are the places that you can implement these tools. Remember I would say the best rule of thumb in general is patience. When you wait on items, although you have that risk and you don't really have guarantee that the item you will get, because again, patience is a virtue, yet it does backstab you, because there's been items that I've initially waited on because I'm like, oh, the seller's gonna for sure lower it, and I save it, and sure enough, a week later, he lowers the price down, or whoever they are, the price goes down, it goes down a bit, and then someone snipes it, someone buys it, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have offered something, I wish I would have haggled, but sometimes to me, I think that's a sign that, I need to move on and, find something else better, and that's totally okay. But some sellers don't even want to deal with you, and they're just really firm on their price. So with that, you can't really do much with it. I mean, I guess patience, so Grailed can break them. Again, patience will definitely break the very hardened Grailed sellers. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes they're just too strong. They're too alpha male. But you got to be Sigma. You got to lie in wait for that price to go down, and then for you to get that price that you want. We all want that good price, and I'm telling you, it's patience. I would say patience is definitely the first key of anything in general. But again, I hope this helped out anyone that watched this video, and that's kind of how I get most of my steals that I get from my closet. I'll be posting some of my steals on here from that I can actually screenshot. A lot of the items that I had got were from secondhand dealings with in person. Now, of course, doing dealings with in person is a bit more difficult, but it's more successful because you can definitely manipulate and gaslight them into giving you a better price. Gaslighting works. Manipulation works. As long as it benefits you, I mean, I don't see no harm in it. You got to play the game, you know what I mean? But go out and lowball. Go be demons. And with that, remember to fill the void with secondhand clothing.
I got swag, swag. My ice is dripping all over my neck. These diamonds dancing on me while I'm running up these checks. Baggy tee and some jeans. Man, I feel so clean.